And tell me about another country, Iran. Does the U.S. also have the ability to take out the Iranian nuclear sites that have been supposedly buried in mountains and other areas that are hard to get to?
I think the U.S. is confident that we could at least set back that program for a certain amount of years. So it depends on your definition of takeout. Could we launch an attack that would create big problems in their program? If they decided to pursue a nuclear weapon, could we go after the facilities and the things that they'd have to do to achieve that? Yes, we could. It's a matter of how long would you delay them from building it back and moving forward.
What do you think that Saudi Arabia, an ally of the United States, has allowed Iranian missiles to come into Riyadh and not respond?
Well, I guess you'd have to ask them, really, but we believe Iranian-funded, Iranian-built missiles have been provided to the Houthi rebels in Yemen, and they fired those missiles, and they fired drones up into Saudi Arabia and up into the Emirates. Mm-hmm. And the Saudis have worked to defend themselves against that, and I think you could say that the Saudis have retaliated by launching a campaign down into Yemen to try to get to the launch sites and to stop that from happening. But they haven't responded directly into Iran because the missiles weren't launched from Iran.
Since it affects American assets in the region, do you ever envision a possible direct conflict between Saudi and Iran?
Anything's possible. I'm not sure either one of those countries really has a strong appetite for direct conflict. I think they both prefer to operate below the level of armed conflict. Iran has a very strong proxy force in the Quds Force and their versions of Hezbollah that operate around the area. And so I think Iran thinks they can achieve their goals or at least approach their goals without going to full-up armed conflict, state against state. And I think Saudi's interests are also in preventing that. Their oil infrastructure is very close to Iran and would be at risk in any kind of major conflict, and that would have dire consequences on their economy and their ability to keep their people happy.